Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Mesa City Council study session for the afternoon of November the 20th. All of our council is present. The first item on our agenda is to review the agenda for tonight's council meeting. So council, please take a look at that. I note that currently the only thing off the consent is the initiation of a petition process for an annexation. We did not meet last Thursday because of NLC, so there may be a lot of questions regarding tonight's agenda, but I guess we'll find out. Mr. Brady, do you have any staff presentations regarding tonight?
We're ready to answer questions.
If you
Okay.
have any. Thanks, Mayor.
Great. Council, any questions regarding tonight's agenda? Ms. Spilsbury?
I just was wondering, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find, there it is, 4D, the Central Mesa Reuse Pipeline. Maybe this is just a quick answer, but as we go through this process, are these just the continued contracts to get the project done? Or is this an increase of what the original?
These are all component pieces, and someone can explain it, but I know part of the earlier ones to order to get some of the materials here on time, and this is just, we just broke, that's not the
And
right word.
breaking.
Broke it up. Go ahead, Chris, you did a better
Right.
job than I did.
Okay,
Mayor, Councilmember Spilsbury. So in total for the reuse pipeline, there's going to be 9 GMPs.
okay,
They're just broken up into, some are ordering long lead item materials, some are for labor of a specific portion of the work, and that's what tonight's item is.
okay. I guess when I see the words like change order, I don't know, that just made me think that it was maybe something changed that wasn't originally, I don't know. I guess I don't, maybe I
That's
call it
just
a
all
change
the
order allowance.
contracts, they always have a 5 or sometimes lower amount change order. It's an allowance. So it's not a change order, it's an
Yeah,
allowance.
it's just a contingency under any contract. It's not reflective. This is not telling you that something we anticipated has already changed.
Okay.
So anytime we set a budget, when we come to council, we set a limit, right? And we know that every project has unforeseen conditions or changes. So we always set aside, you would see this language on any contract.
Okay.
At the very beginning. So this is just this component piece of this, what number is this, of 9?
This is 5.
5 of 9.
number 5,
So you'll
okay.
see more coming.
That's why
over
it says
time.
number 5?
Right.
Huh, okay, so number 5 of 9,
But
okay.
it's not where we're coming back and saying, hey, we need more money because the unforeseen conditions are higher than we expected. This is the normal course of what we had indicated you at the beginning.
Okay, and that's what I assumed, because there's a couple of other items on the agenda that have language to reflect that there is like an increase in the original contract amount or something.
Yeah,
So
sometimes that'll happen where we,
year 4 and 5, or,
like, I think there's maybe one in Fleet, right? Where we are using up more of the original contract than we had anticipated. So we need
Okay.
to extend that,
okay,
so.
and so it would have language to reflect that?
Yes.
Okay, all right, great, thank you.
And Mayor, I apologize, there is an item 4C. It's accurate, but we want to make sure that it's understood, that in that water transfer pump station, oh, I just lost, why did it go off my? Sorry, thank you, just disappeared on my screen. So you'll see in the amount, it talks about the contract GMP number 3 at 4.159508. And then it says authorizing a change order in the amount of $207,975,450. That's a 5% contingency, that's typical. But then we put the total amount of 6.261. Those two numbers don't add up to 6.261. It's just reflecting, since this is GMP number 3, it's actually the total of all the other subsequent GMPs. We don't usually do it that way. We would give you the total of the contract amount and the contingency, and we'd add those up. But here, the math ended up giving you the total for all the GMPs that have been approved. So
Okay.
we can still move forward, I think, according to the attorney, but just to know that's an 4.159 and $207,000 do not add up to $6 million.
96.2, yeah.
So we know that. But it is accurate, and it is taking all of the other GMPs that were been approved by council and adding those up. But this is not usually the format we would do that in.
Okay, so this will not be a fatal flaw in the way that it's agendized?
No, Mayor, it isn't. And what you're approving tonight, the council report provides the additional information, is the $4.3 million for this GMP. It's
Okay.
also giving you the total of the 6.1, so.
Okay, all right, thank you. Ms. Duff?
Yes, I'd like to take item 8A off the consent agenda.
Okay. Mr. Christopher, are you in the room? Okay, you got that. Item 8A is off the consent. All right, thank you. Council, yes, Mr. Summers.
And while we're removing things, I'll take item 8C off consent as well.
8C. Okay. These are both, they've been introduced, and so we're taking action on both 8A and 8C. Okay. Thank you. Council, any other questions or comments regarding tonight's agenda? All right, hearing none. Next item on the agenda for this meeting is current events and conferences attended. I know you all had a good trip to the National League of Cities. Congratulations to Mr. Freeman, who I understand is the new national chairman of the Public Safety Committee. That's great. Mr. Summers, I think you did that previously?
I did.
Yeah.
See if you can do it better.
All right. Well, thank you. That,
Wow.
That'll be easy.
well, that's a nice feather in Mesa's cap to have our council chairing, particularly, that's such a prominent committee, so congratulations. Who would like to talk about what they've been up to? Ms. Spilsbury.
We got plenty of time, so, no, there's been a lot the last couple of week and a half since we had a chance to say anything. Okay, we'll start with I don't remember the day. The Thursday night of our last council meeting was the Arizona Interfaith Golden Rule Banquet. Lots of us were there, and that is always, I heard there were 700 people there. It was a huge, huge event from people all over the valley and maybe even the state, yeah, for interfaith work. And so that was a really neat event. Veterans Day Parade was great. As always, we have so much that has been happening. The next day was the Royal Air Force Cadet Memorial that I always love attending. That's at the cemetery, Mesa Cemetery, the Sunday after Veterans Day. And then before we headed out to NLC, we did Turkey Tuesday with the United Food Bank. And then this morning was the Thanksgiving food distribution. I know they were planning on serving anywhere from 2,500 to 2,700 cars, and I didn't get a final number on that, but I bet they filled that number. So the Christmas one, if you want to know or let people know in your life, it's December 20th, and that will be for Christmas at the Mesa Convention Center. We want to thank United Food Bank for providing that service to our community. And then a super fun event. Did you want to talk about the tree planting? You're okay with me bringing that up?
No, go ahead.
So I loved this event because it was Mesa High students and it was trees. And so it was the Environmental Club at Mesa High planted 175. Is that the right number?
22.
22? Where did I get 175?
That's a lot of trees.
They planted so many trees.
So, yeah.
Wow, didn't have it written down. Anyways, they planted a bunch of trees at the Transit Center at Superstition Springs Mall to help with our Million Trees initiative. We could get there a lot faster if they had planted 175. But I just want to thank Mesa High and our all of our staff departments that helped with that. And that was a really fun event to be out there with those kids. And they got to miss school to do it, so that was even more fun. So, okay, I think, oh, and then NLC. I attended the Finance Administration and Intergovernmental Relations meeting and the Youth Education and Family, and I appreciate those organizations and the stuff that we get to do as a part of it, so thanks.
Thank you. Who else would like to share? Ms. Duff?
Yeah, I'll add in a couple of things. Well, I want to start with this morning, we did, on the new council chambers, the last truss was raised, so we all, staff and council and all of us got together to sign the last truss and watch for it to be raised into place. I just want to thank all the construction workers. They are amazing craftsmen in doing what they do and raising that, and so proud of the work that they do. And want to thank everybody for being there and look forward to the new council chambers, which will be about a year from now when it'll be open and ready for us to use. I was also at the National League of Cities Conference. I'm on the Women and Municipal Government Board and the Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Board. Talked a lot about the electrification and all the rebates, incentives, grants that are going on to electrify our homes and weatherization and such. I think that's about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Alicia?
I just want to mention I went on a, I guess, fly-along with Mesa PD's air unit, which was fantastic, both exciting and terrifying at the same time without the doors. But anyway, thank you to them.
for that.
That's interesting. Well, it was great. It was just a little scary. But anyway, they do important work, and I appreciated getting to see it. So thank you to them for taking Antonia and I along. So.
Wow. Antonio, I hope she got a time and a half for that. Yeah. Great.
It's your first and last.
Okay, great. All right. Yes, Ms. Pillsbury.
I was just notified that I was correct that there was 175 trees and shrubs that were planted. So for all of you that just made fun of me in your head, I was correct. So because like 175 to 22, that's pretty bad. Like those are pretty bad numbers. So just wanted to, save some face here.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Good.
Thank
We have an
you.
agenda item.
They were beautiful shrubs, too, so, thank you. I will, a couple of, we all had a busy week, and then a lot of great activities, and I appreciate council being at them. A couple of other things that I didn't hear, Heroes of Education Award was end of last week. This is for the Maricopa College Foundation. And Mark Gaspers from Boeing received a large award because Boeing, as you know, is a big supporter of the community colleges, Mesa Community College in particular. And then I was honored to be recognized along with Mike Hutchinson for raising money for the Mesa College Promise Program. We appreciate the Community College District supporting and promoting. They've had a lot of nice things to say about Mesa Community College and our College Promise Program. And then the Chamber of Commerce had a great activity, Aviation Fascination out at Falcon, I'm going to say Friday or Saturday night, very well attended. And I will plug an event coming up Friday of this week. Mr. Brady, I'm sure we'll talk about the tree lighting ceremony, which we do. So the Mary Main Street kicks off the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and we start at 5:30. Santa Claus is coming to Mesa to help us light the Christmas tree. That will take place at 5:30 at McDonald. And then before, and that's also when the ice rink and other venues related to Mary Main Street will begin as well. But and then also the last few years we've done a show called The Man Who Killed Santa Claus. This year we'll do two shows of it. So one at 4, if you want to watch the show before the tree lighting, you can come at 4 o'clock. I think it's almost sold out, so good luck getting tickets to that. But then after the tree lighting at 5:30, there'll be another show at 7:30, and I think there are more seats available for that show. So it's a great way to kick off the holidays. It's a true story of downtown Mesa back, coming out of the Depression. Very entertaining. I think you'll like it.
Hilarious.
Thank you. Some have called it hilarious. Mr. Brady, what is our schedule of other meetings and events look like?
Thank you, Mayor. We're going to give you this Thursday off. So our next study session will be Thursday, November 30th at 7:30 a.m. And just adding to the mayor information about Mary Main Street. It does start at 5:30. It starts at 5 p.m. with the band, 5:30 the tree lighting. Santa will, after he arrives, and we've got the brakes fixed on the truck too, Mr. Freeman, so we'll solve that problem. But Santa will be in the post. So he'll be located in the post, so I think that'll be a lot of a lot of fun. And I also want to say, I did also get to attend National League of Cities. And while I was there, I went to a general session where they announced, again, about Mesa being an all-American city, and there was just loud cheer from across the room. I don't know where that came from. So anyway, it was good to be there. Thank you.
That's great. So Santa will go into the post, and I think there's activities for children there, arts and crafts activities. Yeah. So this will be a good, Mary Main Street will be a good opportunity. And that's not just on that night. I think that's throughout Mary Main Street to some extent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every week.
So good idea to bring young children down to McDonald on Thursday, Friday, Saturday during Mary Main Street for arts activities. Okay. Great, thank you. That concludes everything on our agenda for this meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Mr. Summers and Ms. Spilsbury. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned. We'll reconvene upstairs at 5:45.